Okay, so let's be real for a sec.
Mm-hmm.
Who hasn't scrolled through, all those ads,
Yeah.
like the ones that promise, like, make $5,000 a month from your couch,
Right.
and secretly thought, wait a minute, maybe I could
The
actually,
dream is definitely alluring.
right?
Especially these days, like with the whole gig economy thing, it's like everyone's looking for that.
Yeah.
But the reality is,
Yeah.
for every legit online opportunity, there are like 100 that are
Oh, easily.
less so.
Yeah. Less so, shady even.
Exactly.
Which is, honestly, why we're doing this whole deep dive thing, right?
Absolutely.
So we found this YouTube video. It's by Max Weiss,
Okay.
and it's titled, get this, Top 5 Weege, Online Geld du Verdienen 2024.
Catchy.
Very catchy.
Yeah.
Which, for those of us who don't speak German, means, like, the top ways to make money online in 2024.
Right, right.
And let me tell you, Max does not hold back on the promises.
Oh, no.
He's like, straight out the gate, he's like, you could be making an extra 2,000 to 5,000 euros each month
Whoa.
if you follow his methods. Yeah.
Which, okay, part of you gets excited, right? Like, that's a big number. But then the other part of you is like,
Is this for real?
yeah, exactly. Is this one of those, like, too good to be true situations?
Right.
And the thing is, making money online, it is possible, don't get me wrong,
Okay.
but it's almost never about some, like, secret formula.
Right.
It's not like you just stumble onto the right website and boom, you're rich.
Right.
It's about skills, It's about actual market demand.
So, like, a real job.
Kinda, yeah. Even if it's a side hustle.
Okay, so no magic lamps.
No.
No rubbing.
No genie.
Got it. I like it. I like it. I appreciate the honesty.
Got to keep it real.
So Max lays out 5 methods, right?
Right. Oh.
And we're going to unpack all of them, see what actually, holds up.
Got it.
And more importantly, I think, what can you, listening to this, actually take away from it?
The so what, right?
Exactly.
Love it.
So method number 1.
Yeah.
Right out the gate. He's like, social media management.
Okay.
Huge demand. Businesses are desperate. Start an agency yesterday.
And he's not wrong about the demand.
Right.
Think about it. Like, every business these days, they need a social media presence.
It's not just a website anymore.
Exactly. It's like, if you're not online, you basically don't exist.
Right.
But here's where I see people, like, tripping up,
Right.
They think, oh, I use Instagram. I can totally manage a business's account.
Right.
But it's not just about posting a selfie, is it?
No, definitely not. There's got to be more to it.
So much more.
Okay, so what are we talking about here?
Yeah.
What does it actually take?
Imagine you're hired by, like, a local bakery, I guess.
I like it.
You're not just posting pictures of croissants all day. You've got to have a whole strategy.
Oh,
What are you posting? When are you posting it? Why?
Right.
Then there are analytics. Are people engaging with the croissant content?
The data?
Yeah, you got to prove that your Instagram magic is actually bringing in business for that bakery, not just likes.
So it's like, you need to become the croissant king of social media marketing.
There you go. Find your niche.
I like the way you think.
Appreciate it.
All right, so that's social media. What about Max's second method?
Let's hear it.
YouTube.
Classic.
He says if you've got knowledge, anything to share, YouTube can be your path to, riches.
Right. Everyone wants to be the next big YouTuber.
Right. But he did say it's not going to happen overnight.
And that's the thing with YouTube, right? The potential, it's huge,
Oh, yeah.
but it's a long game,
That's the game.
Yeah, like he mentioned monetization, ads, sponsorships, affiliate links.
Yeah, he rattled those off.
All those methods, they're valid,
Yeah.
but I think we need to get real about how those actually work.
Please, yes. Because I'll admit I've totally fallen into that trap
What
of thinking, oh, people upload videos. Money must just appear.
happens to the best of us?
Break it down for us.
Okay, so take sponsorships, right? Sounds glamorous. A brand pays you to feature their product.
Right.
But think about it from their side.
Okay.
They're not just going to throw money at any random channel with a few views.
So you need an
You
audience.
need the right audience.
Okay.
Like, let's say you're that baking enthusiast we talked about before.
Okay.
You got a YouTube channel all about sourdough bread, let's say.
Specific.
You've built a following, you're getting great engagement, people see you as, like, the sourdough expert.
It's sourdough guru.
Exactly. Now, a company that sells, I don't know, fancy flour or bread-making tools,
Yeah.
they might be interested in sponsoring your channel
Makes sense.
because your audience is their target market.
So it's not passive income then.
Nope.
It's like you're building an actual brand, even if it's on YouTube.
100%. And that takes time, consistency, and let's be honest, a little bit of, like, business savvy.
Right. You got to know what you're doing.
Which, brings us to Max's third method,
Okay.
He calls it closing.
Closing. All right, so what is that? Like closing deals.
Basically, yeah.
So you're the person who's like convincing people to buy.
Right. Exactly. You're taking those leads, the people who are like, maybe I'm interested, and you're turning them into paying customers.
Okay, so that's got to be a valuable skill set.
Oh, without a doubt, closers are in high demand.
Right.
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
His isn't something you just learn overnight. It's not like some Jedi mind trick.
Right.
It's about persuasion, psychology, really understanding how to, like, read people.
So you got to be part salesperson, part therapist.
In a way, yeah. You got to figure out their pain points, like what's stopping them from clicking buy now.
Right.
And then you got to be able to address those doubts with, like, actual solutions.
You got to be persuasive, but also like reassuring.
Exactly. It's high pressure, for sure.
I bet.
Which I think is why good closers, they're like gold dust to businesses.
Makes sense. Not everyone can handle that kind of pressure.
Not for everyone, that's for sure.
Okay, so we've ticked off social media. We've ticked off YouTube. Closing deals.
2 more go.
Max's method number 4. He starts talking about short-form video. Like
yes.
how everyone needs to be creating it these days.
He's not wrong, though.
Right?
Think about it, like how much of what we even consume online now?
Oh, it's all short form, right?
Exactly. Your TikToks, your Reels, even just scrolling through like a website.
Those little videos that autoplay, yeah.
It's all about grabbing your attention instantly.
Because our attention spans are like this big now.
Pretty much.
And Max's whole thing is, he's saying, like, businesses are desperate for people who can make those kinds of videos, the ones that actually work.
And it is a skill.
Right.
Like, yeah, the tools, they're more accessible than ever.
He even mentioned that CapCut app, right?
Exactly. Which is powerful, don't get me wrong.
But it's just one part of it.
It's like saying, I own a paintbrush, therefore I'm Picasso.
Right.
Owning the tool, that's step 1.
Step 1 out of like 1,000.
Basically. The real skill is knowing how to tell a story visually in such a short amount of time.
So it's like pacing. Knowing what visuals are going to hook someone in, like 2 seconds.
Yes, and understanding the platform.
Right, because a TikTok is different from a reel.
Yeah.
Even if they're both like short.
Exactly. And knowing how to tailor your content for each of those.
Okay, that's actually really interesting because I'm thinking, even if you're someone who's like, I don't want to be making TikToks all day.
Right.
Just understanding those core principles, how to make something that's short and engaging.
That's valuable no matter what.
For any online business, really.
100%. It's like learning the language of how people actually consume information now.
Ooh, I like that.
And speaking of platforms,
Yeah.
Mac's last point, he goes all in on Instagram.
Okay, so we're talking like the influencer route.
He actually splits it into 2 paths, which I thought was interesting.
Okay.
So you've got your classic influencer route.
Right.
But then he also talks about those theme pages.
Theme pages. Those are the ones with like all the cute dog photos.
Exactly. Or like motivational quotes against like scenic landscapes.
Oh, yeah. Those are everywhere.
And they can be hugely popular.
Really? I always thought those were just like a fun little thing.
Oh, there's serious money to be made.
No way.
But here's the thing that most people don't realize.
What's that?
Running a successful theme page, it's like a masterclass in how Instagram's algorithm works.
Oh, that dreaded algorithm.
Right. 1 minute, it's all about reels. The next, it's back to photos. Then there are stories, notes.
It changes more often than I change my outfit, I swear.
You got to be adaptable, and more importantly, you got to be consistently putting out content that people actually want to see.
So it's not as easy as it looks.
Definitely not.
He mentioned something about those shout-outs. Have you heard about that?
Oh, yeah.
Where, like, one account will pay another to, like, promote them to their followers.
It's a thing, yeah.
Does that actually work, or is that, like, only if you're already famous?
It can work, and it can be pretty lucrative, but it goes back to what we were saying earlier.
Yep.
You need to have built something valuable first.
Right. So, like, if I started a dog photo account tomorrow, just posting random pictures from Google Images.
No one's going to pay you for a shout out.
Right, obviously.
But imagine you've put in the work, you've got that dog photo page, it's got a following, people love it, there's engagement.
Okay.
Now, a company that sells, I don't know, organic dog treats or something,
Yeah.
they might pay you good money to give them a shout out because your audience...
Is their target market?
Exactly. It's like influencer marketing, but for these hyper niche theme pages.
Oh, that's smart.
Right.
So we've got theme pages, we've got influencer marketing, but I feel like that word influencer,
Yeah.
it gets a bad rap these days, doesn't it?
It's become a bit of a dirty word almost.
Yeah, why is that?
I think there's just a lot of like fluff out there,
Fluff. Okay.
People trying to make a living by just being themselves.
Yeah.
Which, don't get me wrong, sometimes that works, but it's not exactly a business strategy.
Not always, no.
But then on the flip side, you've got people who are genuinely providing value.
Okay.
Educators, artists, people with like real niche expertise.
Right.
And they're building communities around their passion.
And that's the difference, right? It's not just about like amassing followers for the sake of it.
Exactly.
It's about having something to actually offer those followers.
100%. And honestly, I think that's where a lot of these make money online things, they fall apart.
How so?
They teach you the tactics, maybe,
Okay.
but they forget about the foundation.
Which is
The foundation, the actual skills, the hard work.
Right. Like you can't just hack your way to a 6-figure online business.
It'd be nice, but no.
Okay, so we've gone through all 5 of Max's methods.
We did it.
Some, I'll admit, were a little more appealing than others.
Yeah, they're not all going to be winners.
But I think what I'm really taking away from this,
Yeah, it's at that.
whether it's social media or YouTube or, closing deals, even just knowing how to make a good TikTok,
Right.
those are real skills.
They are.
Like they have applications beyond just make money online.
100%. And I think even more importantly, what we're talking about here, it's not just about side hustles.
It's not.
It's about building something that's actually sustainable.
Okay, so break that down for me.
It means thinking long term.
Long term.
Like Max's video, it's a snapshot, right?
Right.
Of what's working now.
Right.
But online, things change so fast.
Constant.
What's hot today could be gone tomorrow.
So how do you future-proof yourself in that kind of world?
Okay, so imagine this.
Okay.
The online world, it's like this constantly shifting maze.
Okay.
And we're all like running around trying to find the cheese, right?
I'm with you so far.
So instead of chasing the cheese,
Yeah.
what if you learn how to build your own cheese factory?
Whoa. Okay, I like where this is going.
That's what we're talking about with sustainable online income.
So instead of just chasing trends, you're building something more.
Foundational.
Yes, exactly.
Exactly.
Okay, so less falling, more creating.
Creating is key. And, Max's video,
Yeah,
he gave us those 5 potential doors we could open, right?
right.
Some might lead to a room with, like, some extra cash on the floor, which, hey,
Nice.
not bad, but temporary, right?
Temporary, okay.
Some might be a dead end.
Right, you walk in, nothing there.
Maybe it's not the right fit for your skills or interests.
Right.
But then one of those doors, maybe it leads you to a hallway.
Okay.
And down that hallway, that's where you build your cheese factory.
And that cheese factory, that looks different for everyone.
Of course. That's the beauty of it.
You got to find your own thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Maybe for you, it is one of Max's methods. Maybe it's something completely different.
Right.
But the people who really make it work online,
Yeah.
they're not out there selling get-rich-quick schemes.
Okay.
They're selling their own expertise, their unique perspective on the world.
It's like those follow your passion cliches.
Right.
But it actually means something in this context.
It's not just about finding a job you don't hate.
Right.
It's about finding what you can offer that other people actually find valuable.
Which is a journey.
It is. It takes some soul searching, for sure.
Some trial and error, probably.
Absolutely. But honestly, I think that's what makes the whole online space so exciting.
Because anything is possible.
The potential is there for anyone, but it all comes down to you.
So someone's listening to this right now. They're like, okay, I want to build my cheese factory.
You love it.
But they're feeling overwhelmed. Like, where do they even start?
I would say, first, stop thinking about it as this divide, like online versus real world.
Okay.
What are you good at? Like in any context.
Right. Like, what are your actual skills?
Exactly. Are you organized? Are you a good writer? Are you a fantastic teacher?
Those all translate online.
In a big way. You just got to connect the dots.
So if you're like a teacher who loves, I don't know, history, maybe you start a YouTube channel about like obscure historical facts.
Exactly. Or you're a total organization guru and you create a course on like productivity hacks for freelancers.
And don't be afraid to niche down, right?
Please niche down. Be the go-to expert on like, I don't know, 18th century fan making techniques.
You'll find your people.
Exactly. It's about quality over quantity, always.
All right. So as we wrap up our deep dive here, I keep thinking back to Max's video.
Yeah, it's a good one.
It's easy to get caught up in the hype, right? Make money online, easy, passive income.
The siren song of the internet.
But I think the biggest takeaway for me, and hopefully for our listeners,
Yeah.
is that mindset shift.
From passive income to active creation.
Yes. And, from just consuming content to becoming a creator yourself.
Take control of your own digital journey. That's what it's all about.
Exactly. So to everyone listening out there,
Yes.
we leave you with this. What's your unique angle? What's your cheese factory going to be?
Let us know. Hit us up on social media.
We want to hear about it because, honestly, we're rooting for you.
Always.
Until next time, happy hustling, everyone.